Super Mario Maker 2. This is attempt number 4 to try to record this video. I really hope it works this time. So I have a complaint about Adobe Premiere, which is the software I use to edit these videos, and it's that it seems that you could prove the theory of relativity to using Adobe, because time is definitely relative to this software. My video here is 10 minutes, around 10 minutes 43 seconds long. And I use the in-program method of narration sometimes. I always forget, why don't I use it? And then I remember there's a very good reason why I don't use it, because this is a 10-minute video, and if I use Adobe's narration tool, I will talk for 10 minutes. 10 minutes of time on my watch and on my computer will pass, okay? 10 minutes of real-life time pass because I'm watching a 10-minute 43-second video. If I look at this video, the raw file, it says it's about 10 minutes 43 seconds long, okay? But for some reason, when I finish talking, I only have 7 minutes 30 seconds of narration. And I remember that the longer my timeline gets, because I like to put out like 5 or 6, 7, 8 videos in one timeline, it just makes it easier to edit for me. The longer that gets, then the less good Adobe is at timekeeping for some reason, and it's only for the narration, so I don't understand how that happens. I really don't, because if I export like, my brain cannot comprehend what the heck is happening in this software when it does that. And because of that happening, because it's shorter than the video, my audio gets horrifically desynced at some random point, even though all the words I said, like I'm talking right now, are there. The whole 10 minutes of talking I did are there. I don't understand it. Like, time doesn't work in Adobe. It's something I haven't been able to figure out. I've Googled it. Doesn't help. They don't know. I mean, no one seems to be having this problem but me. So I don't know. I don't know if I stepped into a wormhole or what happened. But anyway, that's why I'm now using Audacity and why my voice probably sounds a little bit different. I'm going to try to keep it the same as the other videos, though. I always remembered, or I always forgot, why do I use Audacity? Why don't I use Adobe's method of narration? And that's because, for some reason, it just gets unsynced at some random point that I just can never figure out why. And it's annoying using Audacity because I don't get to sync it quite as perfectly, but usually it's good enough. I've been doing the Audacity method forever. Whatever, those are my problems. I guess we'll just continue on with this video, and we're already done with the first level of Super Mario Maker 2. This is a fun set of levels we're going to be doing. That first one with the seesaws wasn't really that special. It had a couple of moments, I guess, but compared to the next ones we'll be doing, I like them a heck of a lot more. So we're doing 4 levels in this video. That was the first one, and we're gonna finish another part of the castle. I don't know if I continue building another one just because I don't think I have enough money. Maybe I go talk to her and we find out. Here, let's go look. I have talked over this video like, okay, yeah, it looks like we just locks up, which is not unusual with Adobe software. Sometimes it just decides you're not using your computer anymore, and you know, I had to restart yet again, so everything seems to be okay right now, but you never know with this stuff. Okay, so this level is kind of the same level, but also isn't. It seems like it is 2 separate levels because you go into a pipe and you come into the upside down level of the one you just played, and the gravity is reversed. But sometimes the coins are in different locations, so you can use pretty much any of these pipes to go up and down. And you want to make sure you're not going to jump into an abyss on the current gravity setting that you are using. And we should be able to make the jump up onto there from this platform. I don't think we need to jump onto that shell like I was trying to do there. Yep, looks like we can just make that jump there, and then we can grab a a fire flower. I don't know how useful that fire flower is in this level, but it does give you another hit, so not too big of a deal. And then we can destroy all of those piranha plants down there to try to grab that 10 coin if you want. More piranha plants, more pipes coming up, and just again pay attention to what's ahead of you so you don't fall down and get yourself killed there. And then we can go up here, and we could jump onto those blocks to our right with the other gravity setting if we wanted to try to get more coins that are coming up, but there's not really a big reason to do that, I don't think. And we're going to come back to the setting that we need to go to make it to the end of the level. So if we jump the other way, we could use the seesaw to get to that block and then use it to get over to the 30 coin that's over there. You might be better off using carrying a shell guy with you and just throwing it at the coin from the seesaw if you really want those 30 coins, but you know, it's not really worth, I don't think it's worth spending that much time collecting coins in the levels in this game, because you get so much more from the level rewards. I think that one we get 150, and if I'd even collected that 30 block, I'd have gotten, what, 72? So, you know, you get double the coins, and it takes a heck of a lot less effort to do, so we're just gonna finish the levels. And there are way more levels than you're going to need to complete the castle, so don't worry about having to grind out one of these levels. That was my concern at the end of the castle, was that maybe the spire or something would cost like 10,000 coins, and you would just have to grind out levels until you got that many, but nope, you have way more than enough, so that was pretty nice. That's the way to do things, I think. So this level is pretty dang fun, I thought it was anyway. We get to jump into the dry bones shell, and it protects us from the lava. So I died once in this level just because I jumped out of the shell on accident and hit the lava. So make sure that you don't do that. And also make sure that you are not underneath a block when the lava rises, because it will kill you. These the fireballs are going to be jumping up here, and the blocks on the ceiling there will tell you how many are going to be showing up, and then we can just avoid them pretty dang easily. I really have to say that some of these levels I think could have been a lot harder. I haven't gotten to the end completely yet, so maybe there's some really hard levels, but I was really hoping there was one that was just unbelievably difficult and I just could not finish, but so far there hasn't been one of those yet. I've finished every single level in chronological order from 1 until I think level 78 now or something like that. I haven't played in a few days. I gotta go back and do more of them. So if we come down into this pipe right before the Bowser boss, we're going to be able to Zelda 1 style collect the coin there. At least this room just kind of reminds me of Zelda 1. And the rooms that give you the items, but it's probably not at all related. And then we can jump through the bone bridge to jump over Bowser pretty easily. I mean, the bosses in this game really aren't that hard. Jump on the axe, and down he goes. So at the end of that level, we can talk to Toad again. Do I start buying something? My timeline's a little bit longer, but it might not, so let's see what I do. You know, you'd think I'd know my own video, but when you record hours and hours and hours of games at once, and you only edit them like a week later, it's kind of easy to forget a lot of it. But anyway, okay, the Twister level. This level is kind of interesting. Now, it probably said on that... In fact, I think it definitely said how these twisters work on the description of the level there, but I did not read it when I was playing through this level. So basically, if you are stuck inside a twister and you hold the jump button, you'll get sent flying up into the air, and I could not really figure that out. I thought I was doing that, but it was because I was jumping and holding down the button before I got into the whirlwind, and once I figured out that once you're inside the whirlwind and you push the button, then it went a little bit smoother. And these things are a little bit confusing at first, but they're not really too big of a deal. If you jump onto that pile of Goombas, you will get a 1-up, so that's pretty cool. And then we also get these jumping plants, which do give me nightmares from memories as a kid, because the levels in Mario 3 that had the boots that you had to jump on to beat them because these guys littered the ground, those levels, for some reason, I did not have an easy time with, so seeing these guys again, it's like, man, that was... I just remember sitting there in that really crappy living room beating them when I was younger. So anyway, we get the checkpoint, and there's going to be a 10 block down there that if you jump through, the whirlwind will be able to grab pretty easily. Not really too big of a deal if you can get it done, but of course my whole time at the beginning of the level not getting thrown up into the air, I suddenly couldn't figure out how to do that without getting thrown up in the air, so skip the 10 coin, isn't really worth the time. And I do grab these blocks to our right here, So I'm gonna hit some of these and get as many of those as I can. Not that it's really a huge amount of coins, but hey, it does add up over time. And then a couple more spinny whirlwind guys, twisters, I guess, and then more plants, and then the end of the level pretty close after that. So the end of holy cow, the end of the level is directly after that hill there. But I'm gonna grab that 10 coin, lose my power up, and then jump on over here and finally hit the end of the level, which I've said 3 times, and I know I've narrated this video 6 times or something like that by now, so I'm sorry. Not a great video. My next one will be better. That'll be it for this one.